Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at Zorin OS 18.1. Okay, since they've released it, it has over 3.3 million downloads. It adds polish, new features, better hardware support, record-breaking version of Zorin OS. Okay, so they claim coming from Windows, they have a lot better support now in 18.1 for existing Windows applications. And they use Plex as an example there. We'll touch on the advanced Windows tiling feature. You can change how the windows snap to the edge of the screen. They can snap probably 50%, maybe 25%, and then you can get granular with that. One window on top of the next one. So we'll take a look at that as well. The panel now works seamlessly with right to left scripts. Okay, so if you're using a different language like Arabic, you can read it from left to right. That's interesting. Some apps might display with their own indicator icon in the panel tray, allowing you to view the app's status or quickly access its functions. To let you decide if and how they're displayed, we've added a toggle for tray icons in the panel. We'll check that out as well. It comes with the latest version of LibreOffice 26.2, and there's a screenshot of that. And the applications have been updated. Built-in support for Flatpak, App Image, and Snap packages. There's also a Lite Edition, and the Lite Edition is built on XFCE 4.2. Redesigned File Manager app, fingerprint ready support, updated desktop themes, seamless integration with web apps. So I think you guys can see where that's going. I'm going to have to make a Zorin OS versus Zorin OS Lite. Better security and hardware compatibility. So 18.1 is based on Ubuntu 25.10 with the Linux kernel 6.17, which means it has better support for NVIDIA, Intel, and AMD GPUs. And security patches will be supported until June 2029. Okay, so let's go ahead and download the ISO. And I'll go ahead and speed up the video. Once this is downloaded, I'll come back and I'll show you how to put this on a USB stick. So our download did finish. We're gonna go ahead and select ISO next. Select our USB stick, hit select, go into our downloads, highlight our Zorin ISO file, hit select, and then click on write and write again, put in your password. Let that write to a USB stick. All right, and that's finished. So we're just gonna click on finish there. Then I'm going to restart my computer and I will see you at the install. All right, so we're at the installer. I'm just going to up arrow into try or install Zorin OS. If you're having issues getting to the installer, you can try Safe Graphics. If you've got an NVIDIA card, obviously select this third one. But I'm just going to select the first option. And then this checksum, I'm just going to hit Control C. If you haven't done the check yet, go ahead and let it run. It doesn't take very long. I'm just going to skip it for the video purposes. So I'm just going to click on Install Zorin OS. Select your language, continue. I'm going to opt out of the census and hit continue. And it is based on Ubuntu. You'll see it was preparing Ubuntu-drivers down there. We're going to erase the entire disk, install now. All right, and this is the changes it's going to make to the partitions on the hard drive. Go ahead and hit continue. Select your time zone, continue. Okay, go ahead and name it. Continue. And I'll speed this portion of the video up. Okay, and our install did complete, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to shut this down and I'll see you on the first login. Okay, so we made it to the first login. Just going to go ahead and sign in here. You do have options for Wayland and X11, so that's a nice feature. Okay, and the first thing I want to do is I want to look at the themes. Because I've already logged in and I've already done my updates. There's the default. The next layout looks like it shows you the names of your applications on your taskbar. And the menu might look the same. It does. Yeah, so that literally just gives you the full name of your application at the bottom. This third one shows an app grid, replaces the Zorin logo with an app grid. This fourth one looks more like GNOME 3. Yeah, so that brings up more of a GNOME type layout. In this one, we've got a dock at the bottom, and then our Zorin logo with our home folders, software, logout, lock, and our power option. The next one looks more like Windows 11. Yep, we've got our super here with our applications, and that's all centered in the middle with our system tray on the right. The next layout, got that same type look with the applications in the center, and then we've got the super with the applications in that menu. And then the next one, this looks more like a Ubuntu layout. Yep, with our applications in the super, and then our workspaces. Applications on the left. And the next one, the super menu changed. Looks very similar to the other one. And here's that last one. That menu changed. So you get your home folders, your user, and then your software settings and appearance. And then there's an application tray next to that, and you can actually search. The last one looks like it just moves everything to the middle here. It's all kind of scrunched up in the middle. You've got your super, your applications, your workspaces, and then your network, your volume, your power, and the date and the time. You click on that, and you've got your calendar and your notifications. That's just a quick look at the layouts that come with Zorin. And here's our theme. I believe it defaulted me to bright, and I came in here and I changed that to dark. So that's what light looks like when you're by default. Then you've got your animations, jelly mode, desktop cube. So let me open a few windows here and I'll show you what desktop cube looks like. So if we do super and tab, how we get that 3D look when we switch through applications. Desktop, adjustment, zoom. You can show different icons on your desktop. So there's that advanced Windows tiling. We'll come back to that. Interface, and then your fonts there. Okay, so let's go ahead and do advanced window tiling. So let's just bring up Brave, and if I grab that and hold, I can come up here. You can see how the different layouts, and I'm not pressing anything. This is just built in. This is a graphical way of tiling the windows on the screen. So if I want to do like half and half, let's bring up another, do the same thing, just drag and hold. Okay, another way you could do it is without using that top. You can just go to the right side of the screen and release. Probably also drag to a fourth of the screen or the whole thing. So the key thing here is this grid that it gives you. Let's say we wanted to have Brave over here because we're researching, and then we've got a terminal open. Drag that up here to the bottom, and then we wanted to work with some files as well. So that's how that would look. This would be our workflow here. And that's just a quick way to tile your screen with whatever workflow you're dealing with. All right, let's do a Neofetch. You can see we're on Zorin OS 18.1. That's in Linux kernel 6.17. We have a little over 2,000 Debian packages and 75 flat packs. We're running shell bash 5.2.21. Desktop environment is GNOME 46. Window manager is Mutter. And sitting here idle, we're at about 1.4 out of our 8 gigs. And that's Neofetch. All right, let's take a look at the software manager. Come in here, you can see we do actually have some updates. And then I'm just gonna search for something. Let's do Obsidian. Shouldn't be installed yet. And this is just a note-taking software. So we can click on install. And this uses the GNOME software store. So it's got screenshots of the application. You come down, it's got a description. You can show more, read more about it. It's got the download size, any permission that the application might require. And it tells you it works on desktop, and then the age rating, and it's got the project website, translation, the report an issue, and help. Okay, let's open that. And you can see we got an Obsidian installed. Okay, let's cover remote desktop. This is how you would go in and set that up. So it's just under settings, system, remote desktop. And you can toggle on desktop sharing and remote control. And then it gives you the host name and what port you want to use. And then it gives you the username to use when you make that RDP connection. And then it sets a default password for you. You can go in and change that if you'd like. And that's remote desktop. All right, let's take a look at system monitor. So I'm just gonna type in system and pull up system monitor. And it's got all of our processes here. I can sort this by CPU percentage or memory. And our resources, our CPU. We'll give it a second because I just switched tabs. Sometimes When you first load an application, it might need time to settle in. It looks like our CPU is running about, I see it spiking between 10 and 20%. And then our memory usage has gone up to 2 gigs out of our 8. And then there's the file system. All right, let's take a look at the wallpapers. So just right click, change background. I'm gonna bring this up to the side to move it out of the way. And I'll just go through these wallpapers real quick. I like that beach coast. Ooh, mountains. Like that one. There's some more mountains. That one's cool. There's the default. And then it just looks like there's more. There's colors. Find your favorite color and select it. I think I'm going to go back up here and pick that one. Take a quick look at system settings here. So system and about. We're running operating system Zorin OS 18.1 Pro, going to system details, Zorin OS 18.1, running on Wayland, and there's our Linux kernel 6.17.0-23 generic. And that's going to do it for today's video. I hope you found the video helpful and informative. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comments section down below. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.